and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Vision for the company. Okay, we have that we call Vision 2030. Idea is to grow through organic, inorganic ways, both ways. Make investment, in next 5 years or so, so that by the year 2030, it's a 10,000 CR company, and want to get into, you can say, new verticals, and are looking for acquisitions as well as capacity expansion at the existing plants.
Okay. So, what is your motto like for the research and innovation? How you are doing it? What is your strategy and your mindset for the innovation?
Okay, I can say very proudly, that there are very few companies in, you can say, yarn business which have dedicated separate innovation centers. RSWM is one of them, which is de-linked actually, with the plant operations. So there is a team of dead professionals working exclusively on development of new yarn, and marketing it, soft marketing, and finally on commercialization, it's given for mass production. So that's a process which goes on 24 by 7 in our innovation center, which is located in Bhilwara.
Okay. So, how much investment is done for the R&D and innovation?
Well, there is a separate budget actually for R&D, for innovation centers, for yarn as well as for fabric. Fabric innovation center is there in Baswada district. So they have a separate budget which is not linked actually, with the returns as such. Everything cannot be judged, or you can say spent, expecting always positive returns and all. So we take it as an investment for future. Always we are working, on developing new yarn, new fabric, new denim, that we offer. If we produce, let's say, 10 products, one or two may click, seven or eight may not click, but that's acceptable. It happens, in any business. Like,
Correct. So that means what is the percentage you invest in your revenue percentage invest in
well,
the
I can tell you in terms of, in absolute terms, it's something around 10 CR every year.
see don't see
10 CR, 10
10
crores,
CR.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that means 1% of your entire revenue. One third.
Revenue is 4,000 CR,
2000.
that way,
Okay.
but like, and as of now, see the volume which is coming through new product, that we have developed over the last 2 years is something around 7% in case of yarn, and 30% in case of denim.
Denim. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your sustainability? What you are doing in across all the sectors like denim and TVC?
Sustainability is something which has been very dear to RSWM uh, from days, when it was not being discussed at all in the textile business. So for decades, like, we have been taking initiatives towards sustainability. As of now, if I tell you that 10% of my energy consumption is coming through green energy, almost 6 megawatt per day basis, around 60 megawatt is something that we need. Another thing is that on daily basis, if I say that we recycle almost 60 lakh pet bottles every day, every single day, and that's again part of sustainability initiative taken by us. Another thing is that there is lot of, especially in case of some of the product, the post consumer waste is to the extent of 20%, and we have mastered actually that mix as of now. So lot of things are happening, like on sustainability front. Another thing which will be very interesting for you to know, that RSWM is one company which internally is generating every fortnight a sustainability index. We
Okay.
call it IS,
Uh-huh.
Index of Sustainability. So there are 16 projects, that we have taken
Mm-hmm.
towards sustainability. We have given weightage for each of these, you can say, initiative, and these are measurable, you can say, initiatives where these are quantified, and we work out actually, that all units which is doing good and which is not doing good. There are sustainability objectives and targets which are given to each unit, and performance is measured, on the basis of that.
So what is the parameter you measure?
As I said, like consumption of green energy, reduction actually, in the use of fossil oil, basically coal. We are in the process of converting or migrating, let's say, from coal consumption in our boilers and all. Some new boilers we are adding, and we are completely cutting down actually, on coal consumption. Some boilers we have changed to multi-fuel boiler, and idea is that in next 2 years we want to completely shut, this coal consumption in all the plants, in all the boilers. So completely biofuel we are migrating to.
Okay. And what about your insights in carbon footprints? How you are doing it?
Okay, something which I cannot very openly say in terms of numbers, but a substantial income as of now is also coming because of marketing of, uh, carbon credits.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's PET bottles, whether it's use of, you can say, biofuel and all, there is a department which is into marketing of these kits that we earn, through sustainability initiatives and all, and we are generating income which is in billions, as of now.
So any expansion plan you're having?
Okay, lot of expansion plan, as I said, in the beginning only, when the target is to touch, 10,000 CR by 2030 and all. So capex plan for acquisitions as well as for expansion in existing facilities. That's very much on the cards. You can also see RSWM moving out, in other states. So far, for 6 decades, we have been only in Rajasthan.
Yes.
We have already put, our foot in UP. You can very well see, in next 12 months or so, our presence being noticed in Jammu and Kashmir, and plus we are also working on some other project in some other states also. That's very much being discussed. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now there are a lot of startups are coming in the industry. So what do you advise them, and what is your take on that?
Okay, my advice to them is that startup just for the sake of startup, please don't do that. It's already overcrowded, at lowest level. If you are coming with a new venture in something, think about something new and then make investment, very wisely into that. Otherwise, if you are uh, say coming out with a startup, for making, let's say, cotton yarn and all, which is basically a commodity. So
Mm-hmm.
unless you have some value addition to that and all, it's not going to succeed. So before you get into a new startup, do your homework right. Spend probably 3 months, 6 months more actually, in doing micro planning, and then, go for investment. Otherwise, you see, the commodity segment is overcrowded now. Every
Yes.
mill is making, you can say, cotton yarn or PV yarn and all this, and there's so much of pressure on price points. That just 1 rupee or 2 rupee, difference is making or breaking the deal. I think avoid that. Position yourself, in this segment very intelligently, and then take advantage of it. And there are number of channels, number of options, which are open for any investor, in the textile space.
Okay. That means they should come to the more technical textile side or some innovation because
Okay, briefly what I can say, Technical textile is again, you can say, a product, and there are multiple players in technical textile also. So think about giving something new which is not there, like, not again offering a commodity or which is already there. Invest actually on technology, invest on AI, invest on automation, you know, and go for the best technology so far as your machinery is concerned. That will give you benefit, going forward. Give 3 years period, to any new venture that you are, coming out with, and then you see, it takes time actually to position your product, in the market. It's not that from the right day one. From the right day one, you can do in case again you are into commodity segment, that you can put your product, and then again you struggle, and you are competing with hundreds of, you can say, spinners and all. So all depends where you want to position yourself, how do you want to actually face competition, and then how do you want to grow, your startup, say 5 years, 10 years down the line. In spinning, especially, at least 15 to 20 years horizon is must, in case you want to get into this. You see.
Okay. So, any other things, any new things you want to share? Uh, Anything new that you had, promoted here in Bharat Tax? What is your take in Bharat Tax?
I think no
Is
one had expected, the kind of response which one is seeing now. 3 years, 3 months, sorry, 5 months back, when Bharat Tax was being discussed, there were road shows, being held in, let's say, Bhilwara or Surat and all this. People were not so sure, about the success of this. Having spent 2 days here, I can say it's a grand success. You need to sort of take advantage of it, and uh, advantage in the sense that lot of opportunity, for connecting with the people, with the right people, all through the value chain and all, and make use of that, develop your connections and develop your business, based on the relationship, that you develop here. Leverage those relations and your business will grow with so many people, coming from all over the world, and all over India also and all,
hmm,
available here, at two places, Yashobhumi and Bharat Mandapam and all.
hmm.
It's opportunity available to each participant to monetize it. If someone does not do it, it will be bad, for him.
So these kind of events should do regularly, or how is your take
I
on
think
that?
I've been hearing for the last 24 hours, that it's going to be an annual event,
Okay.
and which I support. And in case it happens, it will be a big push actually, for Indian textile business. You see, going forward, you will see a lot happening, in India. You see, a very correct step, very right step came very late. Should have come probably 8 9 years back when China was making, gradual exit from the labor intensive textile business. Had it happened then, things would have been different, we missed that opportunity. But again, after 8 years, right move, correct move, and still we can, encash it.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and thank
Pleasure,
you.
pleasure, Jigna, man. Thank you so much.